What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of That Hobby Show. We have Houston back. Chasing the Graph. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good man. Good man. Glad to finally actually be back on for once.
Yeah. So what have you been up to? Since you couldn't make it last week, so why don't you let everybody know what you were up to? Because I
Yeah.
know. I've seen the photos, but I don't know if everybody else does.
Yeah. I guess a little bit of a backstory for the people that don't know. I guess it was about 2 months ago, maybe. One of the I guess lower tier promotions that are on TV, Ring of Honor, they just up and announced one day, hey, we've released all our talent. We're taking hiatus. Gonna see where we go from here. And then I guess about 3 weeks ago now at a AEW pay per view, one of the Ring of Honor guys that was under contract with them showed up, made his debut, announced that he was All Elite. He had signed a contract with All Elite Wrestling. And last weekend, Jay Lethal, who just signed with AEW, was actually doing an independent wrestling show here about 30 minutes away from the house. And I have a card of his that only 2,500 were made of. So, of course, I made the drive and got there about 45 minutes early. And I'm just like my knees are bouncing up and down. I'm just like looking around, trying to see if he comes out from you know, from because it's got two curtains on each side and then the entrance in the middle. And the show starts, and I didn't see him, didn't see a gimmick table or anything like that. So I was like, this dude's about to do his match and just bounce, and I'm not going to get to see him. And so, of course, he was in the main event. And after his main event, he did about a 2 minute speech, basically saying that under Ring of Honor, with his contract with them, he was not allowed to do independent wrestling. He couldn't wrestle for anybody other than Ring of Honor. But now that he signed with AEW, he's allowed to do whatever he wants to. And at the end of that speech, or going towards the end of it, the promotion has like a store that you walk through first, got figures, posters, promos, and all that stuff.
Kind
And
of
he
like
was,
you
yeah,
and
exactly. And so he was like, I don't know who wants this, but I'm gonna do it. He's like, here in just a few minutes, I'm gonna be back there at the store. It's gonna be free to meet me. If you got something you want me to sign, I'll sign it. If you want to take pictures and hang out. And he didn't even get that sentence finished before I was in the store. And the guy that was in there, he's like, he just said this like 30 seconds ago. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I've got a card that I really want him to sign. And so I'm talking to the guy, and I'm like about to buy a Jay Lethal promo for $5, and then Jay Lethal comes walking up behind me, and he's like, "Hey man," he's like, "You got in here quick," and I was like, "Yeah, man," I was like, "I really wanted to meet you, and I've got this card." He's like, "You want me to sign it for you?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Absolutely, man," and I was just like, I'm a big fan of yours. You've been a big fan of yours for a while, and I was like, it was really good to see you tonight. And he was like, happy to be here. It's nice to do some independent wrestling for the first time in 5 years. And he signed my card, hooked me up. We took a picture, and it was a success.
yeah, that's pretty crazy though, because Ring of Honor, I thought they were like a pretty good promotion and pretty popular. So it,
And they were.
yeah,
They had been around forever too.
yeah, yeah. A lot of like big names people would recognize now has come through there and wrestled for them. So it's kind of shocking, I guess. But then I don't know, maybe not if like the people that are like more shit more people that are more in the know, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So, but so for that all in set, how many cards are you up to signed?
I want to say 4 or 5. I've actually got two more on the way. Both of them signed by the same person, Dr. Britt Baker. She's going to be at High Spots on Tuesday. They put her signed all in cards up for 40 each, grab two, and they sold out almost instantly at $40. And then, I mean, I don't blame them, but then I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was cool because I've been a fan of Jay Lethal since earlier in the TNA days when him and Ric Flair got into the woo off in that promo. and but yeah, she's gonna be at High Spots on Tuesday, and her card sold out at $40 and in just a couple minutes, and then High Spots, I guess a couple hours later, put more up for sale, but they were at $60 and not 40. So I'm glad I got in at the 40 price.
Yeah, that's kind of shady though. Like, I mean, the same day, maybe give it a day, before
And
you raise the price.
And yeah, it's so funny because in the wrestling group chat I started on Twitter, we kind of we it's a running joke that High Spots knows nothing about cards because they literally had two cards they put up for sale. I guess about a month ago now that go for on eBay. They've sold for $300 or more,
Hmm.
and they sold them both for 40. And then they'll have a guy that no one's really going to pay 20 or $25 for that they list at 40, and they're like, well, like Britt Baker sold out at $40. I can't figure out why Will Ospreay is not selling out at $40. And it's just like, one should be priced. I mean, theoretically, one should be priced at like $100, and you're pricing it at 40, and the other one should be priced at 20 at best, and you're pricing it at 40. So it's a running joke that it works out better for us.
Yeah, yeah, right. And it's funny though that you were mentioning the getting your card signed because it's weird. I was on Twitter and kind of like Twitter was listening. That I seen other people pop up on the timeline that are also trying to get the entire set signed. And I was like, well, damn, other people are trying to do this. I wonder if Houston knows them. But there's one guy. He said he has like 22 cards signed already.
Yeah, yeah. And what really helps out is if AEW comes to your area, then before like Dynamite, like the day before, I think they do like a fan fest.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and they always do that. And some of the wrestlers, um, if you do the fan fest, you get like a poster promo kind of thing. And some of the wrestlers are only allowed to sign those. I'm not sure what the criteria is for, but then other wrestlers, there might be a small fee or something, but they'll sign whatever you have.
Yeah, yeah. Dan had a question. So it's like highspots.com, right? Or yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's High Spots. They have probably two or three wrestlers a week there signing, and if they have cards of a wrestler, they'll throw them in there. And the All In set that I'm talking about is actually produced by High Spots. They're the one that had them licensed and the ones that had them made. Only 2,500 sets were made, and I don't have a clue what their thought process is for
Yeah,
pricing. I really don't. It seems to be $40 across the board for everything. Every now and then they'll do like a special, or you can get one for 30 or something like that. But I have one. I think it's back here. You can barely see it, but it's a Orange Cassidy rookie card, and it came autographed at $40 when theoretically you could have sold it raw for $40 and it would have sold just as fast. So I don't
yeah.
understand what their pricing is. Yeah, yeah. The All In set has the majority of AEW's current stars rookie cards in them, like Hangman Adam Page. If he's got an earlier card, I don't know. There's two or three other ones in there. I think Britt Baker's might be considered her rookie card as well. And High Spot sells a complete set for $100, and the complete set usually sells on eBay for about $350.
I might have to check that out. Get my
Yeah,
going.
yeah. Just if you just message High Spots because you can't find them, and they never list cards on their website.
Yeah.
It They don't list any of their cards on highspots.com. You have to go to highspotsauctions.com and wait for the wrestler signing coming up, and just wait for them to load all of their pre-orders, and the sets you're not going to find on the websites. You actually have to message their Facebook page, which they're super responsive. They've got some of the best customer service in the card world that I've ever dealt with.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say you posted a link, and I looked at it the other day. I want to say there was a Danhausen card that I was tempted to buy, man, but his prices are for an independent dude. His prices are up there, so good on him. And
Yeah, yeah, people love Danhausen. I'm in the very, very minority here that I can't really connect with his gimmick and can't
no,
really connect with him, but I'm smart enough to know that when somebody's super effing popular and the fans love him.
yeah, yeah, his shoes were on sale. I wanted to get them, but they didn't have them in my size because I've been checking out pro wrestling tees for since they're having their big T-shirt sale and everything. But yeah, I'll probably pick up a shirt though. You know,
Definitely.
yeah, so I can be very evil as well. So
Very cool and very evil, yep.
yeah, yeah. But so are you basically just kind of, well, no pun intended, but are you all in on wrestling now? Because I've seen on Twitter that you're pretty much getting rid of all of your stick and ball sports.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to make room to acquire more wrestling cards. The AEW set should drop this week, and I'm probably gonna spend a couple of mortgage payments on it. Not really, I'm just kidding.
That's
But
the upper deck release, right?
exactly, it's been pushed back twice now. It's slated to drop this week, so hopefully it does. Hopefully it doesn't get pushed back. But then also indie card sets, not just your WWE, not your AEW. Those are really, really starting to take hold. Those are really, really starting to kind of get popular. Black Friday, a couple of promotions had their cards listed, and Revolver Wrestling, they kind of did like an inaugural card set, and there was a Danhausen in there, and it sold out, I think, in like 2 minutes or less.
Yeah, he does that. So how do you find all these other promotions? Like
Uh,
figure out if they have cards.
Basically, just if you know of one. There's some that are like in the mainstream, like GCW, Game Changer Wrestling, Revolver Wrestling, Limitless Wrestling, and those all have like indie card sets and they're super popular. But then there's some uh, smaller promotions that are thinking or at least trying to get cards produced. So it's basically just kind of doing your research, just like with like football and baseball. And the wrestling group chat I started, there's two guys in there who have been in the independent wrestling cards for years, and they have been a super, super big help. And we all keep constantly looking at different independent promotions to see if cards pop up when they do pop up. And they were on it the other night. The Revolver set was $20. They had a discount Black Friday code, so for that set with the Danhausen, I think they were $21 shipped, and so that's an obvious no brainer. And three or four of us in there, we were able to score because somebody was just, I mean, they were just on it and they posted a link in there as soon as it hit. So, and the same thing with the GCW set, quite a few people in there were able to grab that set for Black Friday because somebody was on it and somebody was paying attention.
Nice, awesome. Uh, shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. That happens a lot lately.
Yeah,
So
especially
what, yeah, right. So what made you decide to go with the wrestling though?
it's kind of weird just because obviously, I've been working with the ALW and uh, been going to just basically I just got back into wrestling more than I ever thought I would have. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that my wife actually enjoys it too. And she's like full on wrestling. It's before like going to a baseball game or a basketball game. She was into it. She would go. just to kind of say, hey, we did it. And
Yeah.
maybe like snacks and the funnel cake fries and the dollar beer nights. But wrestling, she's like, just last night, she was like, is there any wrestling this weekend? What about next weekend? Is there any wrestling next weekend? So I think that has a lot to do with it too. Her being so into it, being a fan of it, and the independent wrestling, I think, is hotter now than it has been in a long time.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I'm liking more posts on, Twitter and Facebook, but it seems like my timeline is filling up with that more and more.
Yeah,
More wrestling stuff. So, yeah. But I mean, I like it. It's a nice change from the same BS all the time. So, yeah, but it's nice to see that because I've kind of been in a collecting rut where I just have too much shit, and uh, I'm not in love with any of it. Most of it, I'm not. So it's like just trying to. Today, I sold cards and I was ecstatic just to get them out of the house. I didn't even care about the price. I just wanted them gone, and that way
yeah,
I can actually because back in the day, my collecting style, I guess, would have back in the day was kind of like uh, what people are doing now, where you just buy boxes uncontrollably and yeah, just you accumulate a bunch of stuff that you don't want instead of, like, oh, that card that I want is $50. That's too expensive. Why don't I drop 90 on a box and get something that I don't want, So, yeah.
yeah. That's pretty much the name of the game right there. Because I
Yeah.
don't know about you, but I know for me, one of the big reasons is that I kind of moved away from the you know football and baseball is because I just don't have luck. I just don't like.
Yeah.
I know that if I spend today's prices $35 on a blaster, I'm gonna get like $4 cards in there, and everything else is worth 50 cents. And I know that I've come to terms with it, and I've been looking lately, not for cards, but top loaders have started to surface again. So I've been like checking for those, and like I've left so much product on the shelf, like so much product.
Yeah, I don't even know where the Walmart and the Target around here where they keep their cards anymore. I and plus I really don't even go look. I did go to the LCS the other day because I was looking for one touches because all of my certified autographs, like pack pulled stuff like that, or stickered, like this, like a Beckett sticker or a PSA sticker. Those cards all go into top loaders. So called the LCS. I was like, hey, do you have any, or not top loaders, one touches? I was like, do you have any 35.1 touches? And he's like, yeah, yeah. How many do you have? He told me. So I go there and they didn't have one touches. They had the card armor, which, I mean, they're cool, but the top, you need a coin to open it up. And I've already fucked up two of these holders because I didn't I didn't go deep enough with the dime to get it open, to snap it open. And yeah, but I was trying to, organize the cards that are my favorites, the autographs, to try and rekindle that love, like
Yeah.
uh like I'm dating my collection again to fall back in love, you know. Yeah,
Oh no, I totally get it. I totally get it.
yeah, but my OCD is like, well, these are a lot smaller than regular one touches, but it's fine. I mean, they all go in my Pelican case anyway and get stored away. So yeah.
Yeah, the one touches. There's been a couple of times where I found them, and they used to be like individually packaged, like 2.98 or $1.98 or something like that. But I've seen some here lately where it's like a pack of like 5 or 8 or something like that.
I seen some folks saying that they got them at Walmart. That their Walmart had like a 5 pack of one touches. I was like, well, that's pretty sweet. I wish mine had that. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say I've found quite a quite a bit of top loaders recently and one touches, and so if I see any, obviously I'll see if you are in need of them.
yeah, I'll have to count and see because I got my little the little gauge that tells you what size one touch you need and all that. But I haven't gone through everything and inventory to see what size one touches that I need. But yeah, I just don't have time for all this shit. So hopefully, like over the holidays, I can dedicate some time to this room because it's a fucking disaster, dude. I got to get my shit together.
And
Really?
that's another thing just that kind of drove me away. Which I mean, it's been like this. Nothing's changed. I think something just like a light bulb went off. But it's just like you buy two blasters like Donruss football, for example. You buy two blasters. That's 88 times two. So you got to think probably. I think realistically, probably 80 of the 88 are probably base cards. So
Yeah.
right there's 160 base cards right there, and by the time you get hit with fees and stuff, it's pointless to list them on eBay for them to end at $1.25 in auction, and then you got to decide if you want to charge $4 shipping for a $1 card, or if you just want to do the the plain white envelope tracking for another 90 cents. So $1.25 and 90 cents, and then by the time you get hit with fees, you get $1.30 from the card or something like that. So it's just I don't know. It just seems like a lot more to deal with if you can not deal with it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a huge pain. And then with me being in the military for so long, like a lot of my stuff is still boxed up from like 2004 because I haven't had a home or anywhere that I was going to be there for longer than a few years. So for me to actually like find a house that we're going to live in for that we're actually going to buy, then I can actually go through everything, get everything sorted. Because right now, man, this is like a hoarder's wet dream. This room, so I gotta, yeah, I gotta do something. But and it actually feels really good selling the cards though, even though I'm not making crazy amounts of money. It's covering shipping and gas. So I'm happy with that, especially, is how expensive gas is now. So yeah, it definitely helps though.
Yeah, and I haven't had luck with selling, and I think I've sold two. I think I've sold two, maybe three things in the last like 3 weeks, probably. I think
Uh,
it's been,
yeah,
and
the
it's
most
just
luck I've had is actually on threads. Because if I just put stuff on my own Twitter feed, really nobody gives a damn. But the threads are what I do now. Because it seems like if you follow enough people, there's like three themed threads. Say that 3 times fast. Uh, three themed threads every day, you know. So I look forward to those and get my stuff ready. And then I put it at a price that I think is fair. And if it doesn't sell, then I try to make a little mental note. I should probably write it down and be like, okay, it didn't sell for this. Next week we'll knock $1 off, Then yeah, yeah.
yeah, and that's what it comes down to, and I think I don't want to say people are cheap, but I think most people are looking for something that they can turn around and make money off of themselves. And so, if you have a card and the last two sold on eBay for 35, list it for 30, you might as well just list it for like 15 or 20 and you're going to have much better luck.
Yeah, I've been trying to get rid of my Acuna Jr. Bowman Chrome, first Bowman Chrome, and I had it reasonably priced, I think, and especially for the condition. It doesn't have rounded corners or anything. I mean, unless Bowman Chrome is hard to fuck up the corners unless you're using them as like ninja stars or something, But it had some surface issues. Let the dude know, and then crickets. Like, well, obviously you don't really care about the cards. You just want shit that you can flip. So
Yeah.
that's one of the bad things too. Is I wasn't like the people are now, where like I don't ever remember people being so crazy for Bowman firsts. Like they don't even care who the player is. Just I want the Bowman first. Like, I mean, have you looked at the dude's stats? He's 27 and he's been in Double A. But okay, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's weird. But like all that shit, people would put in sleeves and top loaders. All my boxes or all my cards were in boxes, like the Monster 5-row boxes. So so a lot of my stuff I know I can't get rid of because people are going to be like, can I get some surface pictures? Can you tilt it at a 73-degree angle and then shoot me a pic? Like, no, it's you're more of a pain in the ass than how I want to sell the card. So
Exactly. And that's the way people are. Like people will claim a $3 card from you and then be like, "Do you have vouchers?"
I haven't had anybody ask me for a voucher. Well, I haven't really sold anything. Yeah, well, the one card that I did sell for 500, the dude didn't even care about vouchers or anything. But yeah, that's my biggest sell, and I haven't had anybody ask for vouchers yet.
I
Hopefully,
had one time, but that was like maybe like 6 months ago, and it was like, I mean, I guess I kind of get it, but at the same time, it was a medium flat rate size box that I had priced at like 10 cents a card or something like that, and so I was selling it for like $60. And so it's $60. I get it, but like I don't really think a resale lot is where people are doing their scamming.
yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, like what did he think would be in there? Like the old, hey, buy a TV out of the trunk of a dude's car, and then when you get home, it's a bunch of bricks in a box.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe maybe he thought I was just going to send him a bunch of like a medium flat rate box full of filler cards or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I want my 5,000 Mark Canna cards, not this box of bricks. Go on, but
Yeah.
Dan had a comment though. I am sorry, Dan. I did spend money on some boxes. Newmarket was having a Black Friday sale on their shipping, so I bought some Korean baseball cards today. So
No.
yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully they get here soon, and I can videotape everything. And I bought a shitload of Chinese baseball. Well, Taiwanese baseball cards. They're the Chinese Professional Baseball League, but they're in Taiwan. So yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm good on buying cards for now. Although it's funny though because my daughter she's been she's been busting my balls lately, telling me that if I don't start acting better, Santa's not going to bring me baseball cards. So
That's serious threat.
I know
That's
I'm like,
a serious threat.
you little shit, you're the script. Normally,
Yeah.
that's what me and your mom say to you, just not baseball cards. Whatever her favorite thing is that week.
Yeah,
But yeah,
y'all are supposed to be doing the blackmailing, not her blackmailing you.
yeah, yeah. She's a
Something
smart.
figured out, but I think she's on to something.
Yeah, right, right. About 30 years earlier than I was. So
Yeah, yeah. That I think most kids nowadays are at about that point.
yeah. So what all sales do you have going on right now so we can advertise to our viewers and listeners?
I got quite a few auto baseball sales, no COAs, most of them TTM, so I know that deters people right there. And I
Yeah,
listed.
one of them though is Bobby Dorr, Hall of Famer, Boston Red Sox. I've gotten all my Dorr autographs were through the mail for him. So the dude was a TTM legend before he passed. So
Yep.
I'm think it's pretty safe that anything you got from Bobby was signed by him
Yeah,
because
I don't
he
think too many
doing it
people
for
are
a while.
forging that one.
Yeah, no, he's not really a super popular Hall of Famer. I don't know why, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. People would rather have Kevin Biggio than a Hall of Famer. So
Yeah. Sad world we live in.
yeah, yeah. So what else you got?
And one of them is Jeff Bannister. He was a Rangers manager, I think, from 2015 to 2018. Was a AL manager of the year in 2015. And I listed it earlier, and some dude tagged somebody with the last name Bannister and said, "Is this legit?" And so I didn't really think too much about it. We did all our Christmas decorating today, and then so I went back later and looked at it. Didn't recognize the name or anything, so I went to their Instagram, and it was Jeff Bannister's daughter who confirmed the auto to be real.
Nice.
And I don't know if the guy was just trying to be like a dick and like for
Mm,
her to come back and be like, no, that's not real, and he'd be like, you're selling a fake autograph because she
yeah.
replied back, yes, it's real, and he never commented back. So I don't know if he was just tire kicking or what he was doing, but
Print it out,
confirmed
man.
it's real for me. So so what?
Just print it out. Print out that tweet, that reply. That's your COA, brother.
Yeah, I've got the screenshot. So if anybody wants
Yeah.
it, his daughter in some weird kind of event confirmed it to be real.
That's funny. And then the one item I can't believe you're selling, it hurts me that your score set that you were
Yeah,
working on.
yeah. It was. I had such high hopes for that thing, man. Started on it in like April of 2020 when the pandemic hit, and for about 6 months, I was sending them out right and left, and then for
Yeah,
the
you
last
did
like
a
year and a
huge
half, I
score.
haven't even touched it.
Yeah, like I didn't realize you had that many cards in the set signed.
Yeah, some of them obviously I think there's 3 or 4 I can't sell because it's personalized, which fine by me, whatever. But I think it's 37 total or 38 total, and then there's like 33 that aren't personalized that throwing in with it. So out
Yeah,
of 660 cards, 33 of them are signed. So
yeah,
that's,
nice.
somebody will, if they wanted it,
Yeah, that's a cool collection, and it's a good set. I think for TTM as well. It looks really good, but uh, yeah, I think today's show is going to be a quick one. Sunday night football. The
yeah.
Ravens. The Ravens are hopefully not losing right now. But yeah, since they're playing their arch nemesis, the Browns. So, but
Yeah, that'd be a big one. Yeah, I'll probably hop off here and check it out too.
there you go, man. Just cheer for the Ravens, please. We need it.
I got you.
But
I got
uh,
you.
thanks to everyone in the chat and everyone for viewing and whoever's going to be viewing in the future. Thank you for doing that. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And then check out Houston on at Chasing the Graph on Twitter. Chasing the Graph. Is it 3 on Instagram? 8. Damn it! I was going to say 8. The Ocho. I should have known that. And then and Chasing the Graph Facebook, and then we have that hobby show Facebook page as well. That I got to get better at posting stuff. And
that thing's like out of sight, out of mind for me. I need to get back in it too, for sure.
Yeah, because every now and again I see somebody else followed the page, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm not even trying, and people were getting followers with that. Like, maybe I need to take that approach on Twitter. Who knows? But yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it, and thank you to everybody else. We will see you next week.